hello and welcome everybody. It's a cold and miserable day where I am, but the race at Barcelona is nice and sunny. Now we got a few questions. Is Fafito driving? Yes, Fafito is here. He's actually on top of the timing board at the moment. He's in the Ferrari. So we'll get out on track in a moment. Just got to do some few interviews while we're doing that. So welcome, gentlemen. We're on.
Hello.
We're on the air, but how have you been this week? So who's gone first?
SharkBAIT. All right.
SharkBAIT. I've lost the server. There it is. Alright. Yeah, SharkBAIT. You're in the, if I remember correctly, you're in the Nissan last race. I think I saw you.
Yeah. It was a little rough. Some of the turns I took too sharp and spun around. But, yeah. I think I did okay. I kept my spot. I mean, I didn't lose any.
Now I heard, I hear the Nissan is a little difficult. So, were you testing yourself out? Are you in the Nissan tonight?
Yeah.
SharkBAIT. Yeah, it says you're in the Nissan.
Yes.
So, yeah, have you struggled to find the setup or find a good setup for that car at all, or have you had some help?
Snake has been helping me a little bit, but I'm liking it. It's definitely different from the Lexus.
Yeah, what's the biggest difference? What if you had to just describe to someone the differences between the Nissan and the Lexus? What would you?
Stability a little bit is a little looser. Speed is definitely good on the straights. But yeah, you gotta set up like a little higher, stay a little higher on the front preload.
The preload. Is that the springs, for those who aren't aware, fully aware?
Anti-roll bar.
Right, okay. So you got to sit that up a little bit stiffer. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, and then the back is a little lower. I haven't messed with the wheel rates or nothing like that.
Right. So it's been a busy week, just finding the right setup, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Right now I'm getting high 47s or 48s right now on this.
And
a lot of competition.
Oh yeah, there's a lot out there. Barcelona obviously used as a test circuit for the Formula One. Used obviously tonight to test you guys. Where around this track do you find it the most difficult?
So what turn is it? The last turn.
That's a surprisingly difficult turn. You're not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much it.
Everything else, just you've got it nailed.
Yeah, I know what I gotta do, but I just have to do it right, pretty much.
Fair enough. Well, it's going to be interesting because we don't get to see the Nissan very often, so we're glad someone's out wrestling with it.
Sorry.
So good luck with it. But yeah, good luck out there tonight, and hopefully you found the right setup. We'll see if you've done that.
Yeah, we'll see.
And so thank you very much, SharkBAIT. I've also got Falcon Zero, who's in a Mercedes tonight.
Yes, yes, yes. What's up?
Is that the only car you've driven in ACC?
Well, I started off with the older AMG, the 2015, and I kind of struggled with that for a couple months. I liked it, but I had a hard time learning it. And then I heard the Lexus was a good car to learn on, so I did a series with another group back in the spring, summer last year. Yeah, I guess it was last fall. I did a whole series for a couple months with the Lexus and really liked it. Did pretty well. I learned a lot about setups and drive and the game. And so after that series was over, I thought, and the new AMG came out, so I went back to the AMG, and I'm enjoying it a lot better. And I keep learning more stuff about setups. So I did that. The Eris guy for the game studio.
Yep.
He did a video on how to run a car on the safe setup to learn how to do your setup, because there's you don't have to change a whole lot. You just play with the ride height and a few other things. And I did the safes, customized safe setup for a little bit, and then I went back to, I bought the Coach Dave Academy setup, and I went back to that because previously when I tried the Coach Dave setups, they didn't really work for me too well. But now with a little bit of tweaking, I tighten up the front anti-roll bar. I find that works. I play a little bit with the toe and the camber, the ride height and the rear wing. Those things all kind of are different for me every week. Different tracks, different whatever way I'm driving. I kind of play with those around a little bit.
Yeah, right. So there's a whole protocol for you attacking a setup for the car. So there's
definitely
pretty involved.
Yeah, watching that video that Eris did about using the safe setup kind of helped me create like a procedure for tweaking my setup.
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that Eris guy is very helpful, especially with his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Very knowledgeable man.
Yeah, there's some pretty hefty videos as far as, it takes a while to watch them, and you gotta have some patience, but it helps.
So how long have you been sim racing yourself? Is this a relatively new thing, or is this a few years now?
Pretty new.
Yep.
Pretty new. I played GT Sport for probably the last only 3 years really. I got a Logitech G29 almost 3 years ago, and upgraded to the Thrustmaster T300 over the summer, and that was around the same time this game came out. When I picked up this game, I just put GT Sport aside because it just gives me way more gratification.
Yeah. Yeah, GT Sport. I mean, it's good. I think a lot of people have started there, but when they're looking for a little bit more on the sim side, a lot more on the sim side, ACC has that covered.
Yes indeed. Way more going on in this game.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for having a quick chat with us, guys. Falcon and SharkBAIT. I know there's a lot to think about, so yeah, good luck out there tonight, and don't push it too hard, but
I won't.
hopefully we'll see a pretty good race. I know it's an evaluation race, but we should see some good stuff out there at least.
Yeah, definitely.
Alrighty, and
All right.
thanks very much, guys. And I've got Snake, aka John, with me. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Your job tonight is you're evaluating most of these gentlemen, aren't you?
Yeah, it's actually going to be kind of fun to just sit here and just watch them all. We're evaluating a couple of different things because obvious things that we can look at are time. A lot of people look at that, and I've seen in other series when they do these evaluation races, they tend to just look at the pace and where people finish to determine where everyone's at. I want to go a little bit beyond that. That's why I'm actually here, and we're going to be looking at the pace, how they drive wheel to wheel, their technical ability as well, because there's going to be some moments where they're by themselves and they're racing, and hopefully I have my camera on them at that time, and we can see like how are they actually driving, are they struggling to drive and so on, because there may be a guy who can pull out some fast lap times, but maybe he's not consistent because he's over pushing, and things like that, and we might want to maybe put him in a different driver class for that reason. The prize for our championship is open to everyone, but one of the reasons we're going to have the different driver classes is we also want everyone to feel like there's something to race for too. So the Pro-Am and the AMs will have awards that will go to them. I just can't say what they are because I really want that to be a surprise to those guys, because I want them to feel like they have something to race for, but I know that they will get value out of what we're going to be giving them, as well as a most improved. We want to see if there's some drivers that improve over time. The championship's pretty long, so I have a feeling we're going to see some drivers improve, especially since everyone's racing together. We didn't divide these into 3 different splits. Everyone's going to race together, and that way you'll start, I'm sure from today all the way to when this finishes, you're going to start seeing some guys get substantially quicker over the next couple months.
Right. And if you had any advice for the guys out on track, what would that be?
Take chances, because that's the only way you're going to know how good you are.
Okay.
That's the real, it's easy to come out here and say like, oh, I want to drive safe, I want to make sure I don't get in any wrecks, because that's what people are looking at. And if you remember from day one, we said it, that these things are going to happen anyway. People are going to get hit, people are going to spin out. That's fine. It's a question of why it happened and is it malicious, and I don't think malicious actions are going to happen with this group. But if you're not taking chances, you're not racing. Just, like Senna said, what is it? Actually, it's a different quote, but it's pretty close. If you're not looking for a gap, then you're not racing. We expect that to happen. We want that to happen. But we also want the guys on both sides of that, whether they're being passed or passing, to know how to do it, But most importantly, this is about the people that are watching us. We want people to enjoy our racing as a whole, and they're only going to enjoy that if the guys are taking chances and actually trying to push as hard as they can without overdriving.
Right. And I was saying to Falcon, obviously this is the test circuit for F1, and they do that for many reasons. Were your reasons similar?
Yeah, it's the most technical track in the game, hands down. The only other track in the world out of GT racing that I would say is better is the Algarve, or Portimao, as most people know it, in Portugal. That track is honestly, it's set up, it's designed the same way as Barcelona. It's just longer, but they're both very, very technical tracks. And to evaluate the drivers, we're doing 2 track types. We're going to do this one in clear weather. It's a technical track. We want to see how they drive on the technical tracks, how they pass, how their abilities, or I should say how their technique is. And then we're going to do either a medium or a fast track, which is going to have dynamic weather. We just don't know exactly what that weather system is going to be yet, and we want to see how people react on there as well. So there is going to be some limitations in some degree to the tracks and what people can do. So that Barcelona, why we chose this as the first track, is it's definitely a track that, even though the weather's clear, the restrictions are going to come from the fact that the track's small and it's not very wide. And there's, right when you get up to speed, you got to slow down, and that's kind of the beauty of this track. And not to mention, it's got some difficult corners on top of it. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see how people drive, if they take the right chances, and when they take those chances as well, and like I said, I'm going to be sitting here watching and seeing how they do.
Yeah, there's a lot to take in. So obviously, is there a list of factors that you're going to be evaluating? Obviously, you said take chances.
A lot, I wish and I hope I don't know. We'll find out at the end if it'll let me save the entire race, which it doesn't look like it is.
It might.
I wish that we could, but
the amount of stuff that I've been able to do today it's better than it was last night. So maybe that update has done something.
yeah, and if it did, it's going to make this a lot easier, because what I plan on doing is I'm going to be going through every driver, little by little. I'm going to be watching how they handle turn one, how the pack, the pack battles are going, and I'm going to be looking at everything. I'm going to be looking at if guys are being too passive or guys being overly aggressive. Like I said, I believe in taking chances, but this is a test of when you take the chances and how you take those chances. That's really what I want to see. The pace is honestly, it's the last thing I'm looking at. With enough practice, everyone can get fast. With enough practice, some people need more than others, and it is what it is. But everyone has the ability to get faster. We've even seen it with some of our guys in here, myself included. So pace is the last thing to worry about, in my opinion, because with the limited tire sets and the way that the championship's kind of designed, and the classes of drivers that we have put here together, I don't think we're going to see too many races where someone has disappeared from the pack. Okay. So that's why I don't really think the pace is really going to factor in. What I really want to see is how guys are driving together, and does it look like they're really racing, or if they're just hot lapping? What are they doing?
Right. So, qualifying's begun. Obviously, that's part of the race weekend.
Yes.
So, obviously, there's guys that can qualify, because I've seen it before. Mm-hmm. Guys that can just, like you said, put in the hot laps, but come that race, the consistency sort of drops off a little bit. So, obviously, you'll be noticing just little things like that as well.
Yeah, and that's kind of why the championship is kind of set up the way that it is. Coach Dave actually does an interview, I think, with Chris Hayes, and this isn't where I got this concept from. I just got it just basically from how the races are set up. But in that interview, he specifically talks about the difference between sim racing and real life driving, and one of the biggest differences is the fact that these sim racers can race a track every day. Real drivers don't get the opportunity to do that. In case anyone's watching that doesn't know this, they only get about 200 kilometers between 3 drivers on test day per day. That's it. That's not a lot when you can factor in that it's 3 people, and when the race is, when they go to their new city, for that race, they have specific days that they're allowed to test, and there's only usually 2 practice days, 2 qualifyings, and then 2 races. So in a lot of other leagues, what you see is everyone knows about the race, they know about the track, and then what they do is they set up a practice server, and in that practice server, everyone is just racing. Time. That's all they're hunting for. And sometimes they're also using this free practice to practice their technical skills as well. So they don't even have a direction for what they want to practice. They're just practicing on, it's just whatever. It's like, I didn't hit this corner that way, maybe I need to try this. So they're forgetting what they really need to practice, and they're focusing on the wrong things. And what ends up happening is eventually they get to a good pace, on day one, where let's say Barcelona, they're doing 145s. Then the next day they come back and they're doing 146s, and they can't figure out why. And now they're battling with how can I get back to 145? And it's this back and forth of that over the course of 4 or 5 days. Then the race comes and they lose it completely, because they go out there, they qualify, even if they qualify at a top, high position, or maybe they qualify a little bit lower. What ends up happening is they are in immediate that practice mode that they've been in for 4 days. That's the same mode that they're in during the race. And what ends up happening is the right guy puts pressure on you, or you try chasing someone, and what ends up happening is spinouts. So for that reason, we have not told anyone any of the tracks, and we're not going to. As far as when, everyone knows the tracks, that are going to be in the championship, but they don't know when they will, like, you know, what track they're going to race until 24 hours before. So that way they get enough time to get on the track, they can practice what they need to practice, and at this point everyone should know the tracks, minus the 3 that were just added in, but everyone should know the tracks. So we're trying to change how console drivers race, especially when it comes to sim racing, because guys on PC don't do this. You know, guys on PC, they tend to know the track and they use their free practice wisely, you know. And in the Blancpain and in the GT World Sprint Series, they use limited tires, you know. So when the guys, since if these people or drivers don't have that whole week to practice, then when they get that 24 hours or that day ahead and they come into the actual race, they have to use free practice wisely. They have to say, I got to get myself in a rhythm. I have to figure out my my braking points. I have to use these, you know, and then I have to figure out what tire set do I want to use it in the race. Do I want to go out with used first, new later, new first, used later, or do I want to use the same free practice tires in qualifying that I use in free practice? So it's why this championship is set up this way. Like I said, is we're trying to really change the attitude of how people race, especially in championships. And we're trying to, and we're also trying to make it a little bit more competitive and more fun for everyone. You know, I know a lot of fast guys would get irritated having to pass back markers, but, you know, tell that to Marciello or, you know, Lucas Storz or Mario Engel. I'm pretty sure they get irritated having to pass them too, but it's a part of it. So we're trying to change that attitude when it comes here, and luckily everybody that's here seems to have fallen into that. They like it, and I'm hoping that in the race, you know, like, we're going to see a lot of, it's going to be exciting, you know, hopefully. We'll see. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see some spinning out. I have no doubt in my mind.
I'm sure we will. Well, thanks for having a chat. We're halfway through qualifying, so we'll take it there. But, yeah, a lot to take away from there. But, yeah, good luck.
All right. All right, thank you. Talk soon.
We will. Well, qualifying's begun, and you might have seen, if you're watching, that I have a few new camera angles to play with, but I have to back in and out like the garage, like you've seen. So I'll try not to make it too nauseating for you, ladies and gentlemen. But qualifying for Fito on top of the moment, 1:4.54. Awesome Paulie. We've seen him throughout the week, and he's looked like he's got Barcelona nailed at the moment. Only a 10th down. Jamer there in 3rd. Gel speeds up to 4th. Catches here to pressure and put some professional pace on the boys out there tonight. Rushton's got 8th place. And SharkBAIT, who we were talking to, he's in that Nissan, and hopefully he's got that thing set up. So let's stick with SharkBAIT through the end of this lap, and let's just see what he's got. We've got 7 minutes left, and welcome everyone. My name's Josh. We've got the Fafito fan club. I heard someone saying Fafito should be an NFT because he's so unique. And look at that. He's just improved time again. He's just almost hit a 1:45 flat. So he's definitely nailing it out there at the moment. Welcome, Raz. Fafito is going places. This is Mr. Milan in the Porsche. But thanks for hanging around. There was a lot to take in there. I hope we have a good race as well. 0. So welcome. We also get to do this cool thing called a replay. So we can hit this button. And that must have taken us all the way back to the start of the session, looks like. Which is a little bit nuts. But look at this, we can slow things down, speed things up. We can get right in there with the drivers. These camera angles, for some reason, we've lost them in the game. I don't know why, but anyway. It is nice. These camera angles are a little awkward to watch with, so yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the game will figure out how to get them back. DNA. Don't worry, Prozac, this series, once we get started, oh, that's going to be a bit of a slide there for DNA. It will have what you want. It won't have a bunch of aliens. So it's going to be pretty much what you're looking for. Still don't know how to quite work out this replay function yet, so we'll learn together. It's a new update, but as you can see, there's a lot to it. See, these camera angles here where it's following the car nicely, for some reason we've lost them when we go back to our main broadcast, so I don't know why that is. But anyway. Yeah, they left out changing cars, and they also left out changing the camera to something that's not a static camera. So I don't know what's going on there. Prozac Gaming, I don't actually know the password for the drivers. I just know the one for the spectator. Snake, well, DMU are the password there, Prozac. But yes, we've got, I can hit replay, I can hit timetables now, look at this. So we've got stability. I don't get the blue screen anymore, which is absolutely fantastic. But, yeah, it's a little bit of a workaround to get things working correctly. Yeah, man. JJ, I don't understand how they could get this so wrong. Like, they got it working on the PC. Like, anyway. Thank you, Raz. I'll do my best. As you can see in the bottom left as well, overall, I've got the overall time there. So Awesome Paulie is third at the moment. And then I can do his actual... That's his interval out on track at the moment live. So Little Mac's 3 seconds ahead of him. And Porsche is 10 seconds behind him. So that's how that works. Just to let you know. So gel speed looks like... Oh, he's coming up to a bit of a stop. Most of the drivers with 2 and a bit minutes to go have decided that that's all there is at the moment. This is Porsche. He's out on track. He's 1.8 seconds away from Fafito, who, since putting in the 145.003, hasn't improved much better. So Porsche through the end of the track here. This is one of the hardest. This is a hard corner to get right, especially if you're on the power too early. It sends you out a little bit too wide. Now, I don't know what it is with the coding. Whatever it is. Because obviously this stuff works. So into the first corner goes Porsche. He's got it well and lined up well. Just modulating the power there through the corner. Using all the track. How late? Oh. Turns it in. Modulating again on the brakes. Gets back up onto the power. Into the corner. Downhill section. Oh, and that's caught him out just a little bit. No, he's caught it. He's hit the apex nicely. Not a bad recovery. Hit the brake hards through there again. Just trying to find all the time. In Porsche at the moment. Oh, a little bit of a back end slide through there. He catches it. He's down in 9th at the moment. Yes, Raz, he will get damaged a little bit. But yes, if he hits the wall, hits another car, there is damage to take. Well, guess what you get on the PC, Joe? You get all of that. Here is AJ coming around the end of the lap. What kind of time does he do? He does a 1:46.6. And he stays 9th. So that's the checkered flag for him at the moment. So with the session coming to an end, got Gel Speed out there on the truck at the moment. Gel Speed through the corner. He's 9/10ths down, running 5th at the moment. He's going to come across the start finish. Here goes 4th. So he puts it ahead of Catch. And there's not many left out there at the moment. We've got DNA ONS. He's about to put a time down. 3.6 seconds behind in that McLaren. Where does DNA ONS get it? He stays where he is. Little Mac coming through. And Archangel Apache coming around in the Ferrari. He'll stay 17th. So it's just Little Mac at the moment. Let's go on board with Little Mac. Oh, we can't. Because the session's over. Wow. So we're about to go to the main race. Let's bring it on. Welcome along to this event tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do apologize if the camera is a little bit off here and there. I'm still learning, because obviously this update just happened before tonight, so I just want to say... yeah, I'm learning with you, so we'll do our best. You're on time, Hailed. Welcome. So Fafito got the top spot there. And we've got everyone waiting in the pit lane. Just waiting now for the start of this one. And you know what's awesome? I don't have to back out. I don't have to do anything crazy. We can sit here with the drivers. See what Fafito's seeing. On board with him. That's Fafito, the man himself, starting at the front row. This is what it looks like behind him. It's going to be a fantastic race start here at Catalunya, Barcelona. Apparently I can't go back to the garage, so... all they need to do now is add changing driver. And actually, if they could just add keyboard support, like GT Sport, and just let me hit the number, so I hit the position like I do at GT Sport, I would be happy. But I've got my keyboard plugged in and it's not doing anything. So, no keyboard support. I can do this though. Snake wondering if the drivers can save the whole replay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can, so I'm sure the drivers can. I can even add highlights now. Just forgot the button that I set for highlight. There we go. There's a highlight. 20 seconds to the start. Barcelona, the track. Let's hit it off. We'll add another one, eh? There's another highlight. So the field gets underway. Fafito controlling the field. Oh, I can't go to garage. I don't know if I'm stuck in this for the entire... Because if I am, I'm stuck on Fafito, which is not the worst thing in the world, but we do want to watch the rest of the drivers. See what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens. Until green, yeah, I'm gonna say that's the case. So we've got, I think we've got 13. 13 drivers. Don't forget, if you want to join our Discord, d1gdiscord.com. And if you're looking for the Discord for JSM, just ask in there as well. Snake will let you know. And if you've got a Discord to share, you're more than welcome to share it. If you want to support us as well, demo1garage.com/support is the URL. So thanks to everyone that has done that. Trying to add your names to the graphic. And Barcelona's about to come alive. Fafito leading the field. This evaluation race will give us an idea of who to watch in the current season. Whether we'll get to know if Fafito is unique enough to become an NFT, and whether or not we're about to witness some new champions in sim racing. I'm sure we will. So they will go too wide. And things will get fairly serious. Here we go. Final corner. The race is about to get underway. Fafito holds them. Get ready to race, everybody. There's the line. Too wide here at Barcelona.
Green light. Give it all you can.
That's it. Racing begins, and it will be too wide up towards the first turn. And Jamer looks like he's going to push himself ahead of Fafito already. Awesome Paulie there in the Bentley, and that's catching that Ferrari, trying to find his way through. Bit of a nudge through. Paulie's off. We've had a big off already. So, this is the biggest incident I've seen at turn one. Fafito caught up in all of it as well. So, some of these drivers, a lot going on. Oh, Catch is slowing down. I think he's trying to readdress the situation, which he's done so. Gel Speed, I think Gel Speed's taking the lead of this one, but absolute mayhem at turn one. These are our leaders. Got Prozac. SharkBAIT's up there in the Nissan. In fact, SharkBAIT's leading this one. Unbelievable start. But there was a lot happening there at turn one. That was probably the dirtiest start I've seen for a long time. And I'm sure a lot of guys and girls are going to get a big lesson out of that. A big lesson. So, Prozac leading. Yeah, no netcode. Looked pretty good. The rest of the drivers getting through well. So, this is Prozac at the front, and he's starting to get away. Oh, we've got someone else all the way. I think Jamer's all the way out the front, actually. So, Jamer taking it away. Let's see if we can't just figure out who is where. SharkBAIT and Prozac into the first turn. And they're chasing each other through Archangel Apache in the Ferrari. There's Awesome Paulie. He was part of that big Bengal as well. Fafito down in 10th position. So, a few positions lost. Let's see if we can't see what happened at the start. If I can get there quick enough. So this was on board with some of them. It was a good start, quick start. Coming in. I know Catch. I think Catch did some... Watch Catch in the white Ferrari. Bumps Fafito there. And then Awesome Paulie gets spun. And it was just absolute chaos. Looked pretty ugly down on the ground. There's one of the Mercedes going through. And Fafito coming back on. Gets caught up in it. SharkBAIT gets through. There you go. So back to it. It was just everyone getting piled in on top of each other there. It was a little bizarre. So our leader is Jamer at the moment, 8.5 seconds ahead of Prozac. And then we got Corsa there in third and Maglan in fourth. Rushton's there in fifth place. Brendan Walrath says Catch calls both. I wonder what was going on with Catch. He's down in ninth at the moment. There's Catch there in the white and green. Paulie in behind him. So, we got some moves going on between Archangel and Fafito. So we'll have to get back to that. Archangel just put the pressure on Fafito. There they are. And you can see they're wearing the damage. All three Ferraris there in a row. Coming down the straight now. Looks like Fafito got on the power a lot sooner. He's built that gap wide. And for Archangel at the moment, there's a lot to get back. Oh, moves ahead as well as AJ, Porsche and Rushton push it together. I don't know what's going on with the these camera angles here at Barcelona are not very nice, are they? So I'm just going to have to change it to this for a while, I think. So let's get through. This is Jamer leading. Here we go. We got Corsa and Prozac side by side next to each other into the first turn. Prozac's going to have the inside. Almost got cut off there. Maglan watched that happen and he just backs out of it for the time being. But yeah, Catch is a clean driver. I don't think it was intentional. Yeah, it was just an accordion. Things like that happen sometimes. But look, oh, that was awkward. Very awkward. He's readdressed the situation. Prozac, I don't know what happened to him mid-corner. Look, it looked like he just turned into him, but we know that wouldn't have been the case. So that's let Porsche go flying forward. He's up to 5th. Oh, no! Big incident. Rushton gets punted wide. Sorry. Rushton gets ahead. That's the other Mercedes. It's Corsa. He got punted wide. Oh, almost again. He's taking it from all angles today. Fafito has to back out of that. And that lets Prozac get through. So, at least the sportsmanship is shown there, which is nice to see. But lots happening. Oh, and he's run a little deep, and that's going to let Prozac back in. It's going to be right next to him here, and Prozac surely will get the position. It's just going to be straight line speed now for Fito, watching him in behind. There's a lot happening. Look at the straight line power of the Mercedes. And he's beat them into the first turn. Beautiful stuff. Oh, little slip on there. Look at the power. He can get away, though. The Audi's got no match under acceleration. Here comes Fafito. Some good driving. Some close driving. No friends out there at all. No, you're not wrong, Zero. So, look at the field now that's starting to form behind Corsa. There's a huge line of cars. There's Rushton just ahead. So Corsa, he's got all the beefy AMG power. And Fafito and Rushton, they can't catch them at the moment. So Catch, he's in the middle of something as well. He's got Archangel behind him. He's in the Ferrari, and he's up against the Bentley. So there's a lot to prove here. Awesome Paulie. In that Bentley. Looks like he matched his power through there. Not too bad at all. Catch, we know, is an experienced driver, so Paulie putting it on for us here. He's going to get right up next beside him into the first turn. Catch will shut him off at the apex, and he gets spun. We saw that one coming, but Paulie's done the right thing. And that's SharkBAIT just getting around there. They are putting on a bit of a show, not wrong. Just wish I didn't have to keep doing this to change cameras. So Catch falls back down the order. And Fafito's got it going on. You can see Archangel Apache in that just behind him. So you can pretty much see Fafito's on that suggested racing line almost perfectly at the moment. So on board with Fafito. I know we've got a lot of Fafito fans out there. Prozac trying to catch him. Got Corsa and Rushton just ahead as well. He's not too far off them. But there we go. Look at that, all of the road. But if you could see his face, I'm sure Nothing to worry about for Fafito there. Let's just stay on board with him. Let's get a bit of a rundown on how Fafito attacks Barcelona. How late he was on the brakes then. Corsa. He's got something to worry about now. Rushton in 4th. So Fafito, he's got his targets locked on, and he is doing a beautiful job of attacking this circuit tonight, showing us why he's a star in the making. And look how close he's getting now. Corsa in all sorts of trouble with the silver Ferrari of Fafito right there behind him. And just ahead is Rushton. Oh, gets the slip. Corsa now in all sorts of trouble. The number 10. He's got to put no foot wrong here. A little wide into the last turn. Here we go. That AMG Mercedes though in a straight line. It is so hard to beat. He's going to go for a move. Not going to happen just yet. In fact, Corsa's catching the back of Rushton. Oh, there he goes. He gets the slide on. Gilberto says Fafito's a gem. One of the best drivers he's ever seen. Such a unicorn. Look how close he is now. He's been working on this one for some time. He is just inches away. Everybody got their eyes set on this position. Come on, he says. The fans pushed him on. He was a lot closer now. Surely he can get something done. Yeah, something inside. Oh, they just touch. And he's done it. That's Corsa behind him. So 3/10 is the gap at the moment. He's got 1.2 to Rushton ahead of him. So got some good racing out there. Let's get a quick update of the field. JMO leading, and leading comfortably. We've got Porsche in the second. Malan in second, third rather. Losing my... Oh, big one for Corsa. He completely missed his braking zone. Have a look at this. Oh, my... Don't know why, but my Stream Deck's not working right now. But, yeah, missed his braking point big time. So he's lucky to still be in this one. He kept it out of the road. He's right up next to Archangel Apache there. But the UPS award, just sending it. Yeah. That's something else entirely, that one. Because there was no delivery. This is Catch. He's in a tight fight with SharkBAIT and Paulie behind him. So 3/10 ahead, 6/10 behind. These guys are fighting hard. And SharkBAIT, like we said, he's got a challenge in that Nissan. But can he deal with it? Yeah, Snake. It's not wrong. The grid has maintained its integrity. It is a fairly tight grid. Just waiting now. So on board with Catch in the Ferrari, chasing down SharkBAIT. And he's definitely going to put him to the test. Paulie behind. Did a 1:47. Oh, Steve, it's just the racing line being shown because I think I've got it turned on. So it's not that they've got it turned on. I think it's because I have it turned on. So it's just showing it. But yeah, some people do use it. So Catch is close. He is trying everything. He's just going to try a different line through here. SharkBAIT has to go defensive. As we get another outside view, you can see SharkBAIT at the moment just dealing with the pressure well. He hasn't slipped up yet. Sometimes the pressure can get to the drivers. I think what I'm going to need to do is start using my second PlayStation. Here we go. Inside. That was always happening. And that's a good overtake from Catch. Great. Great stuff. So SharkBAIT left in his dust there. So, Archangel Apache, he's just behind Koza here, who is chasing him down. But again, we've seen just how fast the Mercedes can be. Raz says, Fafito has only one line, the start line. From there, it's pedal to the metal to the pedal. Awesome Paulie as well, putting the pressure on SharkBAIT. Snake wanted to share the track map. Let's do that for you guys. There's the track map as it is now. So only Jamer in 357 has disappeared. He got very lucky, I think, with that early incident. But as you can see, there's a lot happening through the field. This is one of those battles. And Archangel Apache as well on Kozo in the Mercedes. He's going to get right up next to him. Surely, this is the time. We go on board. Look at that. Big dive. A lot later on the brakes as well. And Koza almost beaten. Almost beaten. Fafito is climbing faster than Bitcoin. Oh, you guys are legends. Never change. Yeah, Fafito was something. I can't remember where Fafito was. He was about 10th, but he's up to 4th. That's an incredible recovery drive. We've been able to witness some of it tonight. Into the first turn they go. Oh, Archangel goes off. Something wrong there with Archangel. In the 53. 53 was my first ever bus to school as a kid. Believe it or not. I was on bus 53. So this is awesome, Paulie. Chasing SharkBAIT now. He is, at last count, 6/10 away. And they've been like that for some time. Yeah, Fafito's up to 4th. What a recovery. This man was down in 10th place, maybe 12th place after the first turn. And already he's recovered to 4th place. I think we can even look to see what happened to Fafito at the start. Let's take you back. Oh, it doesn't go back that far. We are learning tonight. Yeah, that's who we lost. I think that's Falcon 0. These trackside cameras are the ones that I want back for the broadcast. Don't know why we've lost them. Anyway, Jamer is there leading by 23 seconds. He's got a huge lead. Fafito now, he's not far from Mr. Magland, so let's get our eyes on this one. Fafito. He's coming, and he's coming with vengeance. Probably a lag out. Absolutely. Happens all the time. Let's see some Gumbro. We will in a second. Because there's going to be a change in position for Fido, who, like I said, down in 10th, now coming to take 3rd away. And he's on, and he's on it. He's on it. He's pushed him too hard already. And look at that. Oh, he's had to let him through. We just missed it there. But, yeah, Fafito gets the overtake. Didn't have to work too hard at it. And we'll go back to... Let's see what Gumbro is up to. He's down in 16th. A little bit wide there. That hurts his entry into that second chicane. And then he's onto the start straight. Says he's 2 laps down, so looks like Gumbro has... Oh, we've got to stop and go for Archangel. Apache. So, speeding into the pit lane. And he also crossed the white line there. I don't know if they're being told to wait until the very end. But, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's going to have to do a stop-go anyway, so big penalties coming his way. This is Catch on Koza, who we've seen in the news just a little bit. It's time for another one-on-one battle. It's going to be a tough one for Koza, that's for sure. Look at that. Catch Shaw runs extremely wide there. He would have lost a bit of time, in fact, jumping that corner the way he did. Yeah, slipping. He's slipping a lot. You're not wrong. So as we go above, we get to see both in action. Possibly his tyres. You can see the brake bias there of Catch at least is set to 56.8. So he set it forward a little. Now track temps 34, ambience 25. A little bit of wind out. And he just did a 148. As we're 34 minutes into this. So, the chase is on. Now, some people might be using that line, but just remember that's just because it's showing it because I've got it set to on. And I don't know if I can turn it off. But it shouldn't change the fact that we're seeing some fantastic racing Costa hit his apex fairly well there, but Catch got a brilliant run. And he's a lot closer than he was before. 3/4 tenths at the moment is the gap. We've got the live interval. 5/6 tenths. He lost a bit of time through there. Oh, number 55 has got himself a stop-go as well. So, a few guys out there tonight getting hurt by entering the pit lane a little too quick. So it's a bit of a slower lap this time round for Catch. You can see in the hits the gravel. So he needs to get past Koza because he's losing a little bit of time in this race. So the quicker he can do that, the more time he'll get back out of it. .148.8. Koza does exactly the same time as well, which is weird to see, in fact. So those two, they're locked in battle. But yes, there was another driver that got a stop-go. It was Mr. Magland and Fafito. Fafito's got a stop-go as well. So don't know when he received that. Catch just backs out of that because that was never going to happen. We might get him here. Might get him. He's a lot closer. Your Catch is really putting the pressure on Koza. And he's doing a fantastic job of dealing with it. Oh, that's it. The mistake. Koza's made the mistake. So he just went a little wide. Stop-go Raz is when they have to enter the pit lane and stop in their pit box for 30 seconds. That's the penalty they've been given there. Yeah, that's what happened. He just got his wheels off onto the curb. So that's what happened there. So Koza down into 6th place. So Fafito, as you can see, is stopped. Still, they can't work on the car. They can't touch the car for 30 seconds. So that's a big penalty. Magland's got the same thing. So those guys are going to drop a long way down. So all that hard work Fafito has done to recover, it's been wiped clean off the board. So this is Jamer, the leader of the race. And look at him. He's got no one around him. He's got nothing to worry about at the moment. As we're just about to hit halfway into this race. We've still got about half the drivers to pit as well. The pit window's open for another 5 minutes. So we might see these front drivers coming in the next... Well, they're going to have to come in the next 5. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But Porsche is about to exit. He's about to get lapped there by the leader. LNR, Intimidator, welcome. You've missed quite a bit, actually. There's been a lot going on. Little Mac is in the pit lane. DNA ONS is in the pit lane. Koz is in the pit lane. Catch is in the pit lane. Gel Speed is another driver that will... he's also gone across the white line. Snake, are they supposed to wait until the end of that pit lane? Is that a rule that you have? But it doesn't matter. Another stop and go for Gel Speed. So that's the 3rd stop and go today. The 3rd stop and go. So this is Magland on Gumbro. 6/10. That's all that's in it at the moment. So Gumbro's gone into the pit lane. That's released Magland. Let's do a lap with him here at Barcelona. And let's see what it's all about here. Barcelona de Catalunya. It's got some traffic. Opening up the corner. Big time for turn 1. That's Kozza ahead of him, I believe. That's got to wait and wait and wait on the power. It seems forever before you can get back on the power through that corner. Again, using all of the curb. Turning it in. Got his apex well through there. Maglan's doing a pretty good job of this. Downhill. And it likes to throw you out, as you see. Kozza likes to take a very different line, but it's still... And we've seen him do that before. Kozza's made that same mistake. At least twice we've seen him do it. Oh, a little wide. He's kept it out of the gravel somehow. Maglan on the complete edge of adhesion and the edge of the track. There was nowhere else to go. Somehow, though, Kozza, that AMG, just, it has so much torque that the Porsche that we're in just can't keep up. He is catching him up, though. Clean lines. He's tried to open it up. He wants to get underneath him through here. Didn't quite work. On the power now. So that's going to be a pretty good lap from Maglan. 1:47.5. So not too bad. So there's Fafito in behind. He was that silver Ferrari giving chase. But the race is on. Yeah, I mean crossing the white line at the pit exit. That's what I'm talking about. So, Maglan lost a little time in that lap. It was a lot closer last time to Kozza, but that AMG, it is so hard to keep up with. He's doing his best, but at the moment, just not sticking with it. Gel Speed's got his stop-go to serve. And our driver's out on track. This is our closest to at the moment. Maglan, 8/10 away, still giving it all.
Pit window is now closed.
Oh, so Gumbro hasn't gone into the pit lane. So I don't know what happened to Gumbro. Missed his pit. We'll get a penalty for that. So, at the moment, Maglan can't seem to keep up with the likes of Kozza. Fafito there behind them. Still chasing them. Still doing a great job. There he is. He's just a little bit too far away at the moment to really put them under pressure. Oh, track limits for number 10. That's Kozza. He just got it there. So Kozza has got to serve a drive-through. Maglan will want to get through and past him ASAP now. So Maglan extended the track too many times. And he's got to serve a penalty for that. I'm sure there's a smile on this man's face. Stop and go. Stop go is when they have to stop the car in the pit lane. And I think in the GTs, they've got to turn the car off as well. So that's a stop and go. And they can't work on the car. They can't change the tyres. A little bit of a slip there from Corsa. They can't do anything. He's just got to sit there and serve the time. And then off he goes. So that's a stop and go. A drive-through is basically you just got to go through the pit lane without stopping. So it's a lot less of a harsh penalty, but it's still a lot of time wasted. Usually you'll get a stop go for something pretty serious. The guys got the stop and goes tonight because they were speeding on the pit lane entry or exit. You could get a stop and go for causing an accident. You could get a stop and go for driving dangerously, things like that. You don't usually see stop and goes too often, but if you do see it, it's usually because someone's been speeding in the pit lane. Because what the guys try and do is they try and go as quick as they possibly can up until the pit lane speed line. There's a line at the pit lane entry where you've got to be at a certain speed, and usually they're pushing it to the very limit, and the guys, if they don't get it down to speed in time, well, they'll take a penalty for it. Here we go. Magland got a good exit. Might actually beat the AMG. Somehow the thing's pulling away. He's not going to get it. This could be an accident. Oh, he's done well. He's avoided it. Pedro, this is Barcelona de Catalunya, or just Barcelona. But wow. Magland up against someone that is getting a drive-through. Common etiquette would say that Corsa would just let him by, but he doesn't have to. Oh, that was heavy from Magland. I think he's getting a little upset now. I don't know why I just saved the video clip. Starting to drive slightly aggressive. Little Mac's getting caught as well. Little Mac is that car just ahead. And in behind is Fafito, everybody's favourite. So we've got a four-way battle now for these positions. Here we go. Look at this. Stop and go cleared for the 777. That was gel speed. So I've been watching this battle now for some time. There's a lot happening. Fafito has closed the gap on them. There goes Corsa. But now, Fafito, he's right behind the Porsche here of Magland. And Fafito, we know he's got the ability. We know he's got the pace. He's just going to make this a clean move. It's just a matter of time now. Look at him come. He's in the slipstream. Stays behind just for the time being. And we're chasing down Little Mac as well. We have got an incredible fight for you here. We've got 18 minutes to go. Little Mac gets understeer. Couldn't get the turn in correct. So that's his spot gone there. Next one. It's the battle between Magland and Fafito. This could go on for some time, ladies and gentlemen. This It's the pinnacle. This is an evaluation race, believe it or not. Imagine when these guys start their championship, what we're going to see. There goes Fafito. Yeah, he's been given the spot. So Little Mac behind Maglan here. He might fancy a go at him. But at least... So that was some good racing there for a long time. We've got 17, 18 minutes left in this one. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's event. There's a lot happening. A lot going on. Might get Snake on board if he's out there. And see what he's been making of all of this. So, if you're out there, Snake, join me in the interviews. We'll have a quick chat. There he is. So, it's been pretty exciting, don't you think?
Oh yeah.
So what's surprised you the most tonight?
Wow. I mean, honestly, the grid as tight as it's been the entire race. Obviously, Murr got away pretty early, but we've seen a fairly tight grid. You know, there's not that many like insane gaps going on. Lots of pocket racing, which is something we've wanted, you know, the entire time. That's why we have the mixed classes all driving together. Obviously, lap 1 was insane. I think that's probably, you know, one of the messiest ones that we've had. But I told you that would happen, you know, especially on this track. You know, it's technical. There's a lot of guys on the track. And it's going to be a great opportunity to go through our penalty system, you know, and, you know, because one thing I told everyone is that before the race is that just because there's spinouts and accidents and you get left behind doesn't mean that someone's not going to be penalized 2 grid spots, you know, for the hit, you know, and so on. So it's going to be a good opportunity to test that out. I'm really, you know, happy with what I'm seeing. Honestly, it's been fun to watch. It's actually hard for me to watch because I'm enjoying it too. So I'm trying to assess them and watch them at the same time, and it's been a little messy, but it's definitely a lot of fun.
And yeah, we've seen a lot of stop and goes for speeding in the pit lane. I haven't seen so many penalties issued before. What do you think's causing that tonight? Are they just on the edge that much? Maybe, you know, it's highly possible. You know, it is an evaluation race. I told everyone it's not about winning necessarily, but you know that happens. You know, you watched enough of our races to know that I think this is. I don't think we've had one in any of the races that we've streamed yet. And today we got, what, 4, I think? 3 or 4. So it just happens, you know. Sometimes guys, you know, they go in too hot, or all depends on how they have their mapped, or their buttons mapped on the wheel or controller or whatever they're using. So I'm actually interested to find out, because I'm sure a lot of people in the Discord are going to comment on getting their stop and goes, but I'm pretty sure it was I'm assuming it was pit entry, not exit. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I've been really impressed with the racing. We've seen lots of guys on the absolute edge of adhesion.
Yeah,
they've been pushing.
a lot of exciting battles, a lot of really cool passes, like bumper to, you know, like side to side contact as well. And like I said, I know, like someone commented earlier, not a lot of friendly driving. It's not, but it's everybody here gets along at the end of the day. That's one thing that's really, really important, you know, to, you know, me and Garcia and everybody else that's admin on the Discord. But we're competitive too, and at the end of the day, I know that once the race is over, no one's going to be yelling at each other about who hit who and all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure everyone will respectively handle the penalties that are assessed to them. But it's a good test, you know, for later on when the series starts. You know, guys are probably going to be a little bit more patient on that first lap, because it's going to matter to them not only if they get spun out, but if they have a penalty that causes them a grid spot or two, you know, or 30 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes.
Well, there's a good overtake just there by Prozac. Just got Blur through the corner. And Fafito, he's been a standout tonight, hasn't he? I mean, he did get that stop and go, but
yeah.
wow.
Well, considering what happened to him on lap 1, because I believe he spun out, went off to the left, and he dropped all the way down to, I want to say 13th, maybe even lower, I'm not 100%, and got all the way up to, I think, 6th, right? Somewhere around there. But it looks like maybe, from what I'm seeing, it looks like he should have extended himself through the pit window. It looks like he probably went in early, you know, instead of maybe going a little bit longer, so he could get some time, you know. But I don't really know. I'll have to go back and watch that. But he's a great driver, you know. I'll say one standout as well that we're all forgetting is SharkBAIT.
Oh,
this is
that's true.
Yeah, he's definitely, you know, and I'm not criticizing him in any way, but he's a great example of someone who's improved a lot since he's been with us. And I'm really happy to see him where he's at right now in position 6. You know, he took advantage of what happened on lap 1, and he's been holding strong in his position. And so is Maglin's doing pretty well too. I don't think you've gotten enough eyes on Maglin when he's only been with us a couple of races lately. But he's someone that's been on this Discord since it started as well, and really, you know, happy to see where he's at. But honestly, everyone here has done something that's impressive. I'm seeing a lot of guys in positions I'm not used to seeing them. A lot of really cool, you know, battles and intent. You know, everyone's pushing and trying to do their best. And other than lap 1, it's been, you know, pretty clean for the most part.
I know I've enjoyed it. You've enjoyed it as a evaluator as well. You've been sitting there, like you said, you've had to sort of wake yourself up to stop enjoying it so much. So, but we're in the final 10 minutes, or just getting to the final 10 minutes. But we will talk soon. So thanks for giving us your input.
Yeah, definitely.
We've had a lot of fun. We'll have a lot of fun. Let's take you, everyone that's listening, we'll take you to the final 10 minutes now as Catch is trying to find a way past Awesome Paulie. We've seen these guys come together before, or drive-through penalty for gel speed. That must be track limits. That's a shame. Gel speed was doing so well. But yeah, Awesome Paulie doing a great job of defending the Rockefeller Racing driver. Thank you, Raz. Thank you, Pedro. Yes, if you'd like to sponsor or support us, demo1garage.com/support. It's up there right now. Actually, that's perfect timing. It'll take you to a website called Buy Me a Coffee. It's like Patreon, but instead of Patreoning, you can buy me a coffee and you can support us that way. So if you'd like to do that, you're more than welcome. Otherwise, if you can't, just hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And also on the Buy Me a Coffee, if you just want to hit follow and enter your email, you'll get email updates as well about certain things and streams and certain opinion pieces that I like to put out. So thank you for everybody. And also, we've got a Discord, D1G Discord, as Catch goes a little wide, coming through the end of the track here at Barcelona. What a race it's been. 9.5 minutes to go. And we've got Awesome Paulie, Catch, and I think Rushton just ahead. So let's take you to the end. Oh, that's a little deep from Catch. That's unlike him. And as he goes deep, he's going to lose sight of Paulie too. So Federico, welcome. Just got in. This is Fafito here. He is chasing down Prozac tonight. We've seen a lot of Fafito, but he's been doing a lot of overtaking. Prozac still hasn't done his stop, so I don't know what the situation is there. But anyway, we're still gonna have a good race. Let's see what he takes us through here. There's Fafito, and he's on the charge. Fafito now in 8th place. He had to do a stop and go as well. If he hadn't have done the stop and go, he'd be performing really well towards the end of the race. We've got 8 minutes left. Prozac was up that lap as well. He's just gone down. He's going to get about a 10th down. So the side of Fafito is actually probably pushing Prozac along in the Audi. I know the side of a faster guy behind you can definitely put the fire in your pants, so to speak. And the blue flags are coming out. I don't know if he is the one getting the blue flags, which is interesting. Oh, the lights are getting the flash now from Fafito. He wants to get by. There he is, the silver Ferrari, the 44. That Audi has got some great grip, some great getaway torque. A little bit slow. Oh, look at that. Fafito beaten through there, through style and pace as well. So now it's all down to Prozac's pure pace. SharkBAIT's just ahead as well. He, like Snake was saying, he's had a really good race. He's 13 seconds ahead of Prozac as well. So for SharkBAIT, he'll be very pleased with the result. Yes, an evaluation race, but nonetheless, a excellent outcome for him. Drive-through cleared for the 777. And here comes Fafito on another charge through. He just needs to get a little bit closer. There's Prozac, there's Fafito. And that's Maglan behind. He's not too far behind, actually, the number 55 Porsche. He could cause some real troubles for these two in the remaining 6 minutes. So he's got to be on the lookout, that's for sure. Yeah, Raz is not wrong. That R8 is beating Fafito at his own game. Yeah, Fafito. This is where the Audi sort of is on another level. Fafito's just got to keep his line solid through here. He's done a lot better this time, but look at the power that R8's got. It's almost no match for the Ferrari. Fafito, though, is coming back at him down this straight. He's going to try and get up beside him and match his pace into the first turn. Won't quite get there yet, but we're getting closer. Have a look at this Audi. It looks all sorts of beaten up, isn't it? The hood's popping off as well. He's got to stay on his line. Oh, that could be it. No. He's got it sorted. Look at this. The chase is on. Fafito knows this is his almost second to last chance at a go at getting past this Audi. He is getting so close. Fafito. Not yet. Big block there from Prozac. That could be the problem. He goes wide. And there it is for the Ferrari. He gets by. And he's going to disappear, surely. Prozac's not giving up. He's still there. Come on. They're all behind you, Mr. REV. This is where I think the Audi might get him. But I think Fafito this time around has done enough. Unfortunately, This is on console, Sully. Oh, in the brakes, big time. And a little bit of understeer from Fafito. That is... Oh, they're going to go around. And they spin. Prozac did the right thing. And he let Fafito recover. But that's what happens when you go racing hard. He's got to watch for Magland now, who is that Porsche behind. We'll have to quickly check in with the rest of the field before we get to the end of this race. So Jamer is leading. We've got AJS Porsche there in second. Rushton's got third. Paulie, he's got fourth, and he's got Catch right on his tail. This is another one that we've been missing out on. There's a lot happening today. And just ahead of him is Rushton. Oh, Catch gets it all wrong. Catch gets that all wrong. And fourth place, Paulie gets past. The new update's okay. I just can't change cars in this camera. And I lose the proper tracking camera angle as well. So there's a few things that they've improved on and a few things that they've gone backwards on, which is bizarre. Here comes Catch, though! Oh, Catch was so much closer there. And Paulie, he's been put on notice. He's got to do something in this final 1 minute and 40 seconds. Catch is coming. Catch just needs to get the power down quickly and a lot quicker than anything Paulie can do. Right now, Paulie is just doing enough to stay ahead. This race, it's going to come down to a few final corners. We have to check in with Fafito as well. Well, he's disappeared from Magland, and Magland's disappeared from Prozac. So something's happened there in the time that we were looking away. Don't know what, but hopefully it was exciting. I'm sure it was. So Fafito's up to 7th. And final 30 seconds now. Here we go. Almost at the end of this one.
The leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
So Jamer started his final lap. Catch almost got an opportunity to squeeze past. He just needs to execute the move. Here we go. Catch looking for something. Oh, that is close. That is close. You could see how close he was in the mirror. The Ferrari almost filled the entire reflection. But for the time being, Paulie still just keeping the Bentley ahead. And Catch cannot find a way through. He's got one lap after this. That's the mistake he was looking for. And awesome Paulie, he's made a big mistake. That's a shame. He was driving wonderfully. So, this race coming to a close. This is our leader. This man in the Bentley, Jamer. He's been a man of concentration. He's had absolutely nothing face him today. He had a little bit of luck as well, but that happens from time to time. Look at his car. Not a scratch on it. Nothing. Nothing. And he's about to come across the line. He'll take the checkered flag. There it is. Checkered flag.
The leader has finished the race.
So well done to Jamer. Porsche looks like he's about to take second place. Didn't expect that, so Porsche can be very happy with his result here today. Rushton coming in for third. Prozac got a penalty for not, I think, making his stop. So Porsche will come across, get second. There's the checkered flag. So there's Porsche taking it. Rushton next up. Catch is going to come through for fourth. And Paulie, just there at the end, will get inside the top 5. Little Mac will take 11th. Koza, who's been involved in a lot of them tonight, a lot of the battles, he'll be there in 12th. And DNA ONS in 13th. But what an absolutely wonderful race we've had. I've had a brilliant time tonight. Thanks to JSM Racing for putting this event on. I know it's an evaluation race, but what an event. And thanks to all you guys for showing up and having a good chat with me. Yes, we did have... we had some new camera angles tonight, so hopefully they worked out okay. But there it is. There's your results. Jamer with the win. So Fafito got qualifying, and he ended in 7th. Jamer second in quali, finishing first today. So finished off that race brilliantly. Yes, you will see us tonight. We've got another one tonight. We've got the GT4 event tonight. Sully, if you want to join this league, JMS Racing. The Discord channel's just at the top of the screen right now. Or you can just join my Discord at d1gdiscord.com and ask in there. Snake will share the links and stuff. We're all interconnected. But thanks for having us on. We're going to interview some of the boys. So let's do that now. Hopefully we can get maybe SharkBAIT in. Oh, SharkBAIT's here with us. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Now, that was a pretty eventful race, wasn't it? Especially turn 1. I don't know what you saw.
I saw a bunch of cars. I stopped.
Did you? From memory, you managed to avoid most of it, I think, didn't you?
Yeah. I was lucky to miss a lot of them on that. I got up to 3rd after all that.
Green light, give it all you can.
I just couldn't keep it, you know.
Yeah, what was what was the most exciting part of that race for you? Because there was yeah, like you said, you got up to 3rd.
Yeah. I mean, nobody likes a big wreck in the beginning, but if you benefit, then that's a good, you know. I thought it was fun. I got down to 7th, and then I got 6th, and I decided to pit a little later, not too much. I don't know if that benefited me or not, but hey, I think I did good.
And we talked a lot about setup. Your Nissan, how did it perform out there for you today?
It did pretty good. I started figuring out how, like, that chicane on the after the first turn.
Yep.
You know, I was realizing I gotta shift down to 3rd, not 2nd, and then shift up back to 3rd, or I mean, second to third. Sorry.
It's all right. So you were learning and changing your strategy through the race itself. So yeah, there was.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
My PSI getting a little high. My left front was getting a little too hot, so I put my TC up one just to make sure it doesn't do anything else.
So you run the risk of probably blowing a tire there or something. If you, I
Yeah.
mean, you probably had to push it a bit hard, but yeah, how serious was that situation?
It did good. Did fine.
Did fine.
I was just trying to keep my pace, which I think I did. I had little incidents with myself, but I was able to
Those
save
are
it.
usually work.
I was able to save it, get back on.
Well, everyone out there enjoyed watching you. I think you drove out of your skin tonight, so you should be pretty proud of what you were able to achieve. And like you said, you had a lot of fun, which is the main thing.
Yeah. And now, I want to. The last race, I want to shout out to the guy. I don't know who it was, but he said good luck to Nissan, and he was hoping for a good race. What? Anyway, I just wanted to give him a shout out. It was in your chat, the video chat.
Okay, I don't know who that
Green.
was. Sorry.
No, it's
Raz Grizz.
It was you, Raz. Yeah, Raz, nice
Yeah.
bloke. Well, yeah, well done. Like I said, well done, Shark. And just kudos for wrangling the Nissan, because not many people do, and I think that deserves kudos in itself.
Yeah, thank you.
No
Definitely.
worries. Next up, we got the man himself, Fafito. You've got a lot of fans out there, mate. Yeah,
What's up? Shout out to everyone there in the live stream.
yeah, they were loving it. You had a fun race, didn't you? You were all over the place tonight. You were up the front, down the back, penalised, back up there. Yeah, just take us through that race.
Yeah, it was a lot, a lot of things happening, but I think it was the most fun I ever had racing in this game. I don't know exactly what happened in the first turn. I got hit from everywhere. Then I was like fighting my all the way back from, I think, 14 or 13 back to like third place. I was like doing 1.5 to 2 seconds faster than everyone in front of me. So I don't know, I had a great pace. This is one of my favorite tracks overall. Then I entered to the pit stop. I had like 25 seconds of damage. Start fighting all my way back, but got a stop and go penalty by speeding in the pit lane. That was like the worst thing that can happen. But then again, a lot of fun coming all the way from the back and fighting my way into the 7th position again.
Yeah, we got to see a lot of it. It was a lot of fun. I'm guessing your stop and go was for speeding into the pit lane, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
Just...
I don't know by how much, how close it was, but it should be by, I don't know, maybe less than 5 miles, I guess.
Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but once I saw your number pop up, I couldn't believe it, because like you said, you got hit from all sides into turn 1, and yeah, so it was, but who cares? The Ferrari, were you down on power up against the Mercedes at all? It seemed sometimes like you were sort of at a disadvantage sometimes.
At the straight, yeah, I couldn't catch neither with the draft, the Mercedes on the straights.
Yeah.
but I think that the hardest time it was with an Audi, with Prozac.
Oh, yep,
That
that
was
one.
yeah, he defends very good.
Yeah,
Like
no,
he
the
he
R8.
covers all turns and stuff.
The yeah, I don't know.
But I don't know. Sometimes I had a hard time like passing some people, but once I go through them, like in just one lap, I got that like a easy 1 second advantage in just one lap. So I don't know what happened with being behind other cars.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the BOP needs to be looked at, but it doesn't matter. It made for an exciting race, and I can't wait to see you at it again because it's worth the ticket price alone.
Let's see. I don't have this bad luck that I had in previous races in the next one.
No, I think the more bad luck you have, the more exciting it is because you've got to fight from, like you said, you got to fight from 13th, and
Yeah, it was really fun.
yeah.
I enjoy it a lot.
No, we did too. So thanks for having a chat, guys. Thanks, Shark and Fafito. We
Yeah, thank
can't wait to do that again, I'm sure.
always.
And as always, Snake, thanks to you and JSM for putting that on. I know it was an evaluation race, but we had a lot of fun today.
Oh yeah, definitely, and of course, big thanks to you and everybody that was watching. Like I said, I got wrapped up in watching myself. It was definitely a lot of fun, and shout out to everyone that participated as well. The drivers, honestly, is what made the race as fun as it is. And yeah, there's a lot of little things that happened in the beginning, but it cleaned up, and it's things that just happen in racing. And we have another evaluation next week, and then a couple of weeks after, we'll be starting the championship. But I think it's going to be a really, really interesting series. We had two guys that couldn't show today, Intimidator and Garcia. So I know that once we add those two guys in the mix as well, it's going to be very, very interesting, especially up front because they are quick guys. And I don't know, I couldn't make a prediction on who I think is going to win this whole thing, just because, especially after what I saw today. Like a guy like Fafito, who all the damage. I mean, he had everything working against him, and he still managed to make an amazing comeback. Even Paulie as well. I believe Paulie was one of the other drivers that got sent down to the back of the pack and came back as well. There was a lot of action for sure today.
It was, like I said, it was worth the ticket price, and that it was free. So yeah, let's do it again next week. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you once again, Josh, and thanks everybody for watching.
No worries. Thanks to everybody out there for joining us today. Thanks for sharing it with us. That was a lot of fun. But we're going to end it. So we will see you later tonight. We've got a GT4 race. But until then, enjoy the rest of your evening or day, wherever you are in the world. But we'll talk soon. That's it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.